सोल्जर्स के साथ मुकदमे लगाए.
You can do it. Because I'm chanting outside.
पक्षी कह रहे थे घर से गाती गाया करते थे.
This is more important. This is better. I can do this. I can go with Krishna. You hear Krishna. When my devotees are speaking about me, that is where I am. And the books, the book room, that is my deity. I am not knowing all the Bajari business. No, my mind, I have many mental problems. And for me to deal with the material world. So I just turn to Krishna and hear about Krishna and speak about Krishna and distribute books and try to help people because I see that is the suffering. If I just stay in the temple, I'm just one little soul. What is the value of my life? But if I can help somebody else and save them and help them get connected like you are doing now, to get out of this prison, to understand the cause of our problems, like the Ayurveda, the cause of the disease is actually in Ayurveda that we have turned away from Krishna. We have to become godly souls and godly habits, godly thoughts. And that comes from Guru, Shastra, from Guru and Sadhu. We must become strong in our understanding. Because without understanding of someone, how can you appreciate? And without appreciation, how can you have affection? And without affection, how can you ever come to love? So our mind is attracted for material enjoyment and false. Our mind is not attracted in the beginning. Like your mind is not attracted, even though you like being with devotees, because you get some peace here. Because this is spiritual atmosphere, but still, your mind is chanchala. Yoga means to connect the mind with intelligence, and the intelligence with the soul, and the soul with Krishna. So we must culture spiritual intelligence to control the mind and senses with knowledge of Krishna. That I'm the soul, and to act as a spiritual servant of Krishna. This is Gita, the baby sees, and then deep in Bhagavatam, from Bar Skanda from Ek Skanda to Bar Skanda, step by step, every day, not just one page, but like in university to study, you study seriously every day, maybe all night to pass the exam. And you take notes and you ask deep questions. And then you can be in the class and you get special attention from the teacher because the teacher will see, oh, this person, he's trying and he's very serious. And then you can get close with the teacher. That is how we come close with Guru, with the teachers, and with the other teachers who are helping him, who are more advanced. And then we can really become one of them. And then we can all go back to Krishna and inspire many people in this town. And they will increase. And they can also, some of them will become like that. By your quality, they also will get it. Then they can also affect somebody. And they can, and that's how it will, that's how one Prabhupada. Here's a film. A Hare Krishna movie.
Hare Krishna movement movie देखी है बोल रहा है? Hare Krishna movie देखी है? Hare Krishna का movement.
You have not seen.
No, I didn't.
YouTube.
Hare Krishna movie नहीं देखी
देखिए
आपने?
मुझे कौन देखिए
Yeah,
You
you do.
didn't see that deal.
Yeah, I know, but I have one little paper that I like to give people. It has an advertisement for.
पूरी में एक कागज है जिसमें मूवी का एडवर्टाइजमेंट आपको ये सबको बांटता है.
So this is so nice, and you will get strength from Shaktiman. You are Shakti, very Anu Krishna. And Krishna is complete Shaktiman. And you go deep more deep you go with Krishna, then the more you will experience Krishna's protection, Krishna's inspiration, Krishna's strength. That's coming with Prabhupada. Come Prabhupada quality with Prabhupada, his mood, to give this to others. Not just for your own, ringing the bell in the temple and doing some incense. That is okay, it's good. But if you see the suffering, then you have to go out like Prabhupada to help him. Like Gopal Krishna Maharaj is arranging so much book distribution. And then you must know and speak the books, and then you can convince others because of your own experience. The more deep experience you get, then the more you can influence and inspire others. So we must always do our best every day, and gradually we'll get better, practicing every day to give this to others. Not just to sit in the temple and do a little, maybe some study and blah, 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 and just do our business. The world is going to hell, and we're just sitting in the temple and watching it. We don't care. We don't see we're in the temple. I don't care. No, we must go out and see it and give it. That is spiritual soldiers, like Arjuna. That is Prabhupada's mood. And that is Mahaprabhu. That is Mahaprabhu. Sankirtan Yagya. But you must get it. If you don't appreciate these books, how can you want to give this knowledge to others if you don't know it, if you don't appreciate it by learning it and living it and experiencing it yourself to see how it's the truth? You will remain ignorant. Ignorant means to ignore God. That is ignorance. Any knowledge which is not connected with God, that is ignorance. If you connect the microphone, you know how to make that, like the mobile. I'm only using it for Krishna. I'm hearing Prabhupada, his class. I'm reading also the database. I'm just hearing Prabhupada's class. Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've gone through Bhagavatam 7 times. Krishna book 84 times. Bhagavad Gita.
Counting in.
Because this is my life. Automatically I get prasadam for the body, but that is not my strength. That kind of strength comes from Krishna, with books, deep faith, deep knowledge. Deep knowledge will give you more deep faith. So we must be serious to take advantage of the time and not just sit around when we have some extra time, but to chant extra rounds. More than Prabhupada said, minimum 16. We must want to get more close with Krishna. And not just, blah, blah, I'm okay, I'm devotee, I know maybe one or some slokas, I can know philosophy. No, what is my attachment to God? What is my feeling? What is that I must go to? What is the desire to go with Krishna? We all have no experience. How can you want to be with somebody you don't know? So in the beginning, we don't have that desire. But we must see that I'm sick. I don't have love for God. I must get it. And the way you get it is by taking the medicine for hear about it. Even the mind is against it. You must do it. And then you will get inspiration to give it to others, even though you still have so many desires and pride. And gradually you'll get purified of that, because you're not acting on it. It will go away, because you're not putting more of those things in your mind. That's from past life, from before. Now you're not doing it, and you'll get free from all that karma and all those desires and thoughts. And you'll get Krishna. That is the reality. That was the sun. And all the darkness of ignorance will go away. But it takes, you have to you must just take the cure. Like if you have a broken leg, you can't just run in a race. You have to take treatment. And gradually exercise and take proper diet so your bones become strong. Proper diet of prasadam and hearing about Krishna and speaking about Krishna. And practicing compassion by giving it to others. When people come in a temple and you want to speak with them and get them because you see this, you understand the ignorance because you're struggling with it. You can and you can see it through the Shastra, the reason they're suffering. You see the suffering, but you know the reason. And you know the different kinds of qualities of sattva-gun, rajagun, tamagun, of the material consciousness. And you're understanding what is pure consciousness of Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. That is Krishna Lok and Vaikuntha. So that is our real home. So to qualify even for the sun planet, you must have a body. So you have to get purified. So you get a fighter body. At death, you go to that planet if that's your desire. But we have knowledge and we can go back to Krishna. You don't have to go to the sun, but we can go eternal place with love, pure love for the Lord, in the most intimate sweetness of the village mood, with the cows, with the flute. Not like in Dwaraka or Vaikuntha, where there's big palaces and people are very opulent. But the opulence of Vrindavan is indescribable. The intimacy of the friendships and the loving relationships. That is the Anand. Mahabhav. Yes, this is the gopis. Yashoda, these cowherd boys wrestling. Hey, come on, Krishna. You want to wrestle? Like I'm saying. But in friends, loving, real love, real friends. This is real friendship, real love. This is the reflection where I imitation God and all these relationships around my enjoyment. I imitation God bodies. I am Krishna. And you become like Bollywood, animal. In the next life, pigs and dogs. And everybody's got their picture everywhere. Instead of Krishna and Arjuna and Mother Yashoda and Hanuman and Ram, you don't see that. That's not what you see. You see alcohol, whiskey advertising, bars, Gudka. These are the big movie stars advertising. Get this. Very good. Brainwash. People like robots going to work, you see them. Everybody in the same step, like robot machines going to work in the morning. The energy, just mindless, brainless. just doing their job, brainless, just doing it. They get no happiness. Their lives are no happiness. And they think I'm happy because I got big house, if they have a big house. But everyone is thinking, I'm okay. I'm having some sex. Huh? I have maybe some children. Now they don't even want children. Many times they kill them. Is it? What kind of world? So that how we can understand the cause for all the problem and how to correct it. Prabhupada, one person, how much the world is getting this knowledge and people are changing. Many people now becoming veg. In America and England. Everywhere.
China.
Yes, even China. Yes? And they're becoming devotees now. Even they go to prison if they're found speaking like this. They have to do it quietly. Otherwise they will put them in prison.
ऐसा बात भी नहीं कर सकते चाइना में, तो हमें जेल में डाल देंगे। ऐसी बातें वो चाइना में चुपचाप करनी पड़ती है। वहाँ भी वो बातें बकवास।
But devotees are so determined, and I meet them. And you can go to Mayapur and Vrindavan and meet devotees from Russia, China, America, everywhere. Our main headquarters, Vrindavan and Mayapur. And not so far, Vrindavan is right here. This is our real home. But these temples are also expansions of Braj. But we must become that quality for people to experience that here. To care for them. Like when somebody comes to your home, then you take care of them like family. We must have that culture. We must practice these things. Anybody who comes, even making a delivery of some post, you give them some prasadam. Maybe you see if they take some book or some small book you give for free. And then they'll say, oh, these are very nice people. You invite them for some prasadam. You invite them for the programs. Anybody who comes, they're special. We must see people as family and not just that I'm the body and they're the body and I have no relationship. This is practical. You must practice these things. I've been practicing 47 years, the same principle. Trying to experience that in the heart. You must clean the mind by practicing it and thinking of it and hearing about it. And gradually then our contaminations will go away and then our natural feelings of the soul will come with Krishna and others. And then we can have desire to go to Krishna. But we have to earn it. We have to want to get it. You have to want to get it. That I don't like my present consciousness. That I have no feelings for Krishna as he is with the flute. Maybe I like to get relief from my suffering by chanting. And I feel his presence. And that the holy name is helping me with my mental disturbances. That is not pure bhakti. That is just relief from suffering. That is not love. Love is actually desire to be with and please Krishna and serve and Guru. To know their happiness is my happiness. And we try to help them, give this to others, then they become very happy. Most happy. And you can get personal instruction. When he sees you like that, then you can go personally and get direct answers to your question and direct guidance, how to get service, to help him take position. We called Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I spoke with him a week ago, and he said, oh yes, now you go to many temples around Delhi, there's so many, you go and you give class. So that was my first instruction Maharaj gave me. Before he gave me, a nice relation, but no service. Now I'm coming more close with him. So when I'm in Delhi, that will be my activity. This morning I spoke in Faridabad temple, and I gave a brahmachari class after. That's why I'm here.
मुझे कल भागवतम क्लास देनी है।
कल का
शर्ट करो, शर्ट करो।
ऊपर ले लिया
तो मुझे पिछले
जल्दी
25 में ज्वाइन किया था, तो 78 यूके हो गया। 47 ईयर से कोई भी ब्रह्मचारी
And I'm born in America, not like you.
तो मुझे अमेरिका में
You never had sex.
आप
No?
लोगों ने कभी सेक्स नहीं किया होगा।
You? So many in India, amazing. In America, you can see.
अमेरिका में बहुत ही कम लोगों ने
And
जिन्होंने
when
sex
you
किया।
do that, that is in your mind.
जब वो पढ़ लेते
It
हैं,
is not just when you do it, it goes with you after. It's so deep. More than drugs.
ड्रग्स से ज़्यादा खतरनाक है लस्ट की दिक्कत।
To get free of this is more difficult than heroin and the heavy drugs. More difficult. Most difficult. Because the sex is the limit of material pleasure for the senses.
सबसे बड़ी जो
That is the extreme. There's so many ways for material sense gratification, but sex is the most material pleasure of the senses. Smell, the touch, rubbing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Then very addictive. And you remember this. And then it even happens just by thinking of it. Because that's what it is. It's mental happiness. It's not real. It's just in your mind. It's a sickness. And people think this is the greatest thing. So the whole world is moving on this desire for sex. Because love for giving pleasure to Krishna. When we don't have that love, then that becomes calm. And the most extreme calm is sex. But with Krishna, there's no like this. Yes, but that's not, it's the loving relationship to please the other person, to cook for them, to dress them nicely, exactly to know their mood, and to try to please them. That is friend. When you know the person, like the number one disciple, he's a second class disciple when he knows the service to please the spiritual master, when he says do this and you do it. But the one who knows just by the way he looks at you, or he knows without even asking, he knows what he wants. You're so intimate that you do it without him asking. And your only thought for happiness is how to please Guru and Krishna, how to please him. He's the most close. When you read Prabhupada's biography, and then you read the biographies of those who were serving him, who were with him, and you see they were so close, they could know just how to do everything. Maybe get some more. Try it. I know in the beginning I